Ladies and gentlemen, if I can please grab your attention. Tonight, we were to witness another epic display of Muay Thai from a young man who quickly became a fan favourite at Rebellion Muay Thai. Sadly, on March 26th, this wonderful young man, an exceptional Nak Moi, was taken from this world. If I can please ask you all to be silent, stand and watch the screens while we have a tribute to the one and only Jordan Coe.
Jordan number one, it was a pleasure to watch you fight, mate. That was sensational.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 10 of the evening. Fighting out of the blue corner, Q Eikkasit.
ขอราธนาพรหลวงพ่อนะครับ เมตตามหามงคลแด่สาธุชนศิษย์หลวงพ่อคูณหลั่งไหลกันมาทำบุญละพรหลวงพ่อคูณขอให้รวยให้รวยรับแจกวัตถุมงคลแล้วปะพรมน้ำมนต์สาธุชนพระช่วยเดินสายปลอดภัยไปได้สวยค้าขายร่ำรวยดับถูกหวยเบอร์ใหญ่
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, Chris Nguyen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is fight number 10 on the card. This fight proudly brought to you by Melbourne Parkview Hotel. 5 by 3-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Matt Wickham out of Wickham's Martial Arts, an official weight of 59.15 kilograms, 171 fights, 120 wins. Fighting out of Echuca by way of Thailand, ladies and gentlemen, Eikkasit. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trained by Boy out of 8 Blade Warriors, an official weight of 58.90 kilograms, a fight record, 22 fights, 16 wins, 1 win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Laverton, he is the current WMC state champion, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Nguyen. Both fighters, white crew, Ramo. Chris Nguyen, Eikkasit.
Fair fight, okay? Go down on chat, not hit on pro card, okay? Not hold the rope, not judo, okay? Good luck.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, live at Rebellion Muaythai 15. We have Eikkasit fighting Chris Nguyen. This fight is brought to you by Melbourne Parkview Hotel. My name is Nicholas Bramble, and sitting next to me is the famous Mark Hammer Castanini. Mark, what a cracking night we've had already.
Well, and we've still got the business end of the card, as they say, to go. So this one I'm looking at with great interest. So Q has been around a long time. He's been obviously from Thailand, but has been a trainer of note, working at various gyms, West Side, and now based at Wickham's Martial Arts. Chris Nguyen, 8 Blade Warriors. Again, one of the strongest in the division. And nice guy, Chris Nguyen too. Great young man with a load of potential.
Q's coming through quite forcefully. Nguyen's not looking phased by it though. Accidental kick into the nether regions. Smiled and laughed up by Chris.
Orthodox versus Southpaw. Nguyen, right-handed Orthodox fighter. And Q has, is, I suppose, 80% of fighters from Thailand. They are left-handed Southpaws. So a lot of smudging when people ride in Thailand, I think.
Although they are a little bit ambidextrous, they'll 20% the other way,
20%,
right?
so half the page has got smudges. The rest of it's all right. So Q, a very, very experienced campaigner. They list his fighting credentials at 171 fights, so 120 wins.
How's he still standing? I don't know.
I reckon they probably
Maybe
lose count.
They smudged the count there.
They'll lose count after about 60, I reckon. But they clinch, long-range clinch, big knees on the inside. Q going forward, knee to the arm of Nguyen.
Q's very forceful. He really comes in hard.
It just goes in a lot of forward power. Punch into clinches is the norm for the traditional Thai fighters. So they'll kick close. That's a long range. They'll go into mid range, which is boxing, and then they'll go into close range. So they'll fall in off the punching. So they'll throw the punches and then rotate straight into that head grab and clinch. So what I would say Nguyen would want to do is probably throw punches at range and can try and confound that clinch range. But just coming forward again, punch into clinch from Q. Nguyen looking already to be a little bit confounded and trying to find a way in, but just forward pressure. Oh, clipping hook off the lead from Nguyen. It's glanced off the head of Q. Nice push kick from Nguyen.
Nice little elbow there from Q, trying to find the mark.
Lead elbow. Nguyen into the clinch. I think if there's any advantage that Chris Nguyen may have here would be the boxing. So, you know, getting into the clinch range, it's going to be a hard night at the office for him if he sits in the clinch with Q.
Q looks so confident, Hammer. He's really wide open, not too worried about keeping his defences up at all times, keeps his hands down until he has to bring them up. just all of that experience is so obvious. The Thais just have their own native style. Of course, they start so young.
Yeah, and he's throwing clever tactics from a left-handed fighter. He's leaving the jab out. He doesn't need to set a lot of his combination work off the jab. Instead, just launching off the power left side straight up. And that's exactly what Nguyen needs to do in turn. He needs to be just launching off his right. Not so much use for the jab against the southpaw.
This fight brought to you by the Melbourne Parkview Hotel, the home of last night's weigh-ins. If you need to stay in the heart of Melbourne, the Melbourne Parkview Hotel's the place for you.
Here we go, round two of this 5-round battle presented by Melbourne Parkview Hotel. Nice body shot there from Nguyen. Returned was the knee from Q. Nguyen, as you said, Mark, Nguyen. Oh, there we go, low shot.
Yeah, interesting to see how that one caught him on the cup.
Nguyen's not looking happy about it, nor should he.
I haven't seen a man ever be happy about getting kicked in the nards. There's some of those. There's some of those funny Japanese videos going around, but that's beside that.
Come on.
Just in case you're tuning in right now, this is Rebellion Muaythai 15. A little bit of social commentary there from the Hattler.
Observational. Q launching off the left hand again and switching beautifully off the lead. So left and right, adapting.
Nice left.
Yeah, that left, turning left hook from Nguyen has landed a couple of times. I'd like to see Nguyen maybe fake with a straight right and then come with an overhand left. So really power up that left shoulder if he can.
Another unintentional kick to Nguyen's nuts.
There's little rebellions down there getting a beating. Again, straight left hand from Q into the body kick. Just power. He loads every shot, but throws every shot with a lot of bad intention, but at the same time with great poise. Has got full control over everything he's throwing.
Nguyen backing Q up. Q throwing the head shot, but Nguyen catches it. Nice body shot. Nice, there's that left again, Hammer.
Dropping body shot from Nguyen to the inside thigh. Nice work from him. And a nice body kick. Double it up from Nguyen. Nice defend and counter. And I think that all the boys from 8 Blades have a distinct advantage when they fight Thais, in that their head trainer, Superboy, the boss of 8 Blades gym, is obviously a Thai boxer of world-class renown. So he'll know exactly the fighting strategy that any Thai that they face is going to bring. He would have done his homework. He would know the coaches, the corners, the stable they come from, what type of, I suppose, pedigree or what they favour, whether it be low kicking or, clinching and kneeing. So he will have great insight, more than, I suppose, some of the local trainers, including myself, would have when we square up against Thais. And that will empower his fighters with some great knowledge when they step in and give them that little bit of extra confidence as well.
Wise words from Mark Hammer-Castanini. Back into the action in the centre of the ring. Nguyen's hunting Q down, but he needs to be careful. Q, he's shredded to the bone, but so much power when he throws those shots. Such a great fight show, Rebellion. Speaking of great fight, speaking of great fight shows, Hammer, Warriors Way coming up in June. What can you tell us?
June 3rd, Warriors Way. Chris the Butcher Harrington taking on Brett Tux McCluskey in the long-awaited matchup. That's going to be one of the main card fights. River Daz fighting a Kiwi, tough Kiwi opponent. And Liam McNeil also fronting up, having his great comeback fight against Team New Zealand as well. Full card announced soon. So check out Warriors Way on Facebook for all the info. Back to the action here though. Looking at the replay. Straight left, Nguyen countering straight right. So they're both using their power side to great effect. And you know, Chris Nguyen, the local lad, is equipping himself well here against a very experienced Q.
Trading those leg blows. There's Q firing off, not quite landing, and just moving forward so confidently.
Quality matchup, and probably one that wasn't obvious, including to myself, but one that's turned out to be a great one. Sai Nadji doing a good job putting these two guys together.
There you go, Nguyen chasing Q down.
A big thank you to our sponsor here this evening. William Street Gym in the Melbourne Parkview Hotel. Singer being the official beer of Thailand. Fairtex, be inspired. And JPS Coatings Architectural finishes main symbol at jpscoatings.com.au. Just a reminder, folks, that we're still got the people from the Coffee Mule serving wonderful coffee next to Donutopia. Pizzas are still available. Also the front door, Rebellion and Roots singlets are for sale. Limited edition for this show only.
Open up the door, I'll get it myself. Do you hear me? I don't want nobody. Give me nothing. Open up the door.
Seconds out.
I'll get it myself.
Come on, Gil, come on. Come on here. Get nine. Come on. Shot.
Round 3.
Boys get straight back into it. Nice straight left there from Q. Throws it again. Nguyen cops it twice, but Nguyen's no sloucher. Still moving forward. Both of them throwing great shots here. Nice left there from Nguyen. Oh, left, right. Both fighters are wanting to win here.
Yeah, Chris Nguyen sort of throwing caution to the wind and giving it his all. Oh, step through elbow, Nguyen. Beautifully done. Q spinning elbow straight into that big left hand. And you can see the face of Chris Nguyen tells the story of how many straight punches Q has thrown. Now they're trading big shots. And this is where I think Nguyen
In the ring, mate.
needs to be. He needs to be just standing there throwing leather, turning it into more of a boxing fight than a clinch fight.
And you know what
They come
happened?
out from that as he goes forward. Beautifully done, Nguyen, but Q popping the lead right hand or left hand and going. This change stance now gone to orthodox, so he switched to orthodox.
Nguyen's getting a lot of mileage out of that big left that he throws.
Just standing, trading punches, these two.
Fantastic fight, Hammer.
Oh, nice, a lead elbow from Nguyen, beautifully done. Q coming forward, just hands down, leather being thrown. The Fairtex gloves are having the stuffing absolutely worn out of them in this one.
Crowd's absolutely electric. We've got a
elbows. They've gone from punching to elbowing now as they shut down the range. Into the clinch they go. Big knee attempt from Nguyen. Elbow from Q. The Thai really bringing the pressure, but Nguyen standing up to it well.
Nice knee to the body there from Q. Nguyen returns fire. Big right hand, left hand. Q is just so tough, he can take a hit.
Oh, short elbow on the inside. Nguyen again trying to get that right elbow through the guard. Big knee, big chambering knee from Q. Score well for him on the clinch. Off the ropes they go, elbow for elbow.
This is an absolute battle here at Rebellion Muay Thai 15.
Oh, into the elbow, from knee to elbow. Beautiful transition of technique from Nguyen. Q spinning elbow. Absolute barn burner, this one. Turning elbow again from the Thai. Chris Nguyen, glove plastered to his head. Short elbow on the inside, grinding away at the face of the Thai. Nguyen off the rear, Q off the rear. They're giving each other some battle scars to remember. Here's a cut, have one back. Bang. It's like me shaving on a bad day. Elbow for elbow, cut for cut. There you go. What a fight, what a round.
Shit. Oh, fuck.
I'll tell you what, it's the round of the night. Absolutely.
And look at the smile there from Q. Left, right, left. Big kick to the body. These fighters are so tough, Hammer.
Well, I'll tell you what, after those elbows being thrown at each other, they're getting more and more to look like me. They're up to my beauty sort of standard now. Big round kick into the transitional right hand, into the left hook. And this is with uppercut, perfectly timed from the Thai, into the knee.
Thank you very much. And there it was, just a battle of the elbows, Hammer.
Just on the inside, letting the elbows grind away. Knee for knee. Beautiful camera work from the guys at Paris Productions, giving you at home the insights. Oh, that's fun.
Kịp lúc này ba, lúc này đó. Okay.
Seconds down.
Come on, boy. Go locker. Come on.
Here we go into the championship rounds. That was easily the best round of the fight, last round, Hammer. Both of these warriors coming in hard and fast. It looks like Nguyen might have a bit of a split on his forehead. Beautiful low kick there from Q.
The inside, yep. Neither fighter taking a backward step here. Nguyen throws a big left, doesn't quite connect. Q's starting to breathe a bit more heavily. Oh, beautiful kick to the body there. Nguyen goes down, he's breathing hard. The claret's running from his forehead, and that split has been reopened. Yeah, that cut is certainly going to prove hard to manage. So it's going to be a matter of will this fight go the distance due to the severity of that cut. As Hugh just pokes at it, probes at it with his left hand, looking just to damage it up. Slips a punch into the round kick.
Still not home road.
Nguyen showing so much heart here, Hammer.
Yeah, Nguyen looking to get on the inside, although he's going to want to preserve that cut as much as he can. Stay out of the elbowing range now for sure.
Bit of blood running into the right eye of Nguyen.
Oh, attempted push kick to the face of Q, lost his footing. Just showing a great dimension of technique, the Thai. Nguyen, body kick attempt. Again, cut to spin, worn away. Oh, short elbow, right elbow. Again, Nguyen stalks forward. Q on the back foot, pushes forward, straight left hand from Q. Just counter fighting now. And this is where Q would be thinking, going to the traditional Thai style of fighting. Now in his mind, he's ahead on the judges' scorecards. And that's why he's backing off, because he figures he's just got to preserve himself, and there's no need for him to take risks. So he's popping away. Sometimes that could be to their undoing, because if indeed, in fact, the judges are not seeing it the way he thinks it is, that could be his undoing. But again, a good round from Q. Nguyen still pushing the pace. But geez, the damage of Nguyen's forehead doesn't look good. Inside thigh took the stability and the base of Nguyen. Mark of experience, this Thai.
Both fighters giving it everything.
Bang into the ribs. Big kick. Absolutely upended Chris Nguyen. Such is the power of the Thai.
Nice big kick to the head there. There you have it.
You want to get another dog?
Slipping a miss there from Q. Great show of sportsmanship from Nguyen by not stepping forward and just bloodying up that cut. The poor Fairtex is getting bloodied up tonight, Hammer.
Oh, definitely.
This fight is brought to you by the Melbourne Parkview Hotel. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, in August, we're doing it all again at the St Kilda Town Hall. Rebellion and Roots returns. Make sure you add Rebellion on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Keep up to date with everything happening with the Rebellion Muay Thai. Seconds out.
Come on, boy. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on. Come on, Mikey.
St Kilda Town Hall. Let's make some noise for these two warriors in Sydney. What a box of
You can see, yeah? You can see, yeah? Come on.
This is the fifth and final round.
Come on. Chop.
Here we go, 3 minutes or one shot. What's it going to be,
Oh,
Hammer?
short right hand. Well, this one's going to look like it's going to go to distance. I think they've done a great job in stemming the bleeding of that cut.
Yep. Respect to Eight Blade Warriors.
Knee to the body. In the clinch. The work has to happen or they will be broken. Knee for knee as centre referee Jeb steps him back and makes him get busy in centre ring. The 1, 2, 3 from Nguyen, met with a body kick from Q. Straight left hand again.
Oh, nice body shots there from Nguyen.
And again, just kicks out that supporting lead leg. And he's doing that, the reason he's doing that is when Nguyen throws punches, all the weight is on the lead leg. So as the hip rotates off the right hand, the transition goes onto the lead leg. So if you kick out that base, you take the power out of the punches.
What does Nguyen have to do to take this away, Hammer?
Get an iron rod and club Q with it.
Okay, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's tough and durable, this Thai. But really, I'd like to see Nguyen just let the hands go. So instead of boxing and falling into the clinch, box, come out, box some more. Q's adapting also nicely with the punches only. Again, look at him, just chop out that lead, chop out that lead. He knows that Nguyen's coming forward with the hands, and he's heavy on the front foot. Take the front foot out, no punches will come at you. Good transition, low to high. Changing levels well now, the Thai. And no doubt he's gone back to the corner after the last round. And Matty Wickham and the crew have said, don't coast because you're far from won this one convincingly, so you've got to keep working to the end. So he stepped up again in this 5th and final. Chris Nguyen in turn, desperation. He knows he's probably going to be a little behind, so he needs to find something special in the closing moments of this 5th and final round. Nguyen down to the body, into the clinch. And this is where Q will be happy to sit. He'll be happy to sit in the clinch and they'll just take the hands of Nguyen out.
Nguyen moves in. Q has answers. Q grins. Takes the breath.
Yeah, switches out again. Keeps throwing that low kick. Nguyen side knee guard. Negates the clinch. Wants to keep it at range. Clubbing right hand, Nguyen, to end the fight. Absolutely fantastic fight. Standing ovation for these absolute warriors. Eikkasit, Chris Nguyen certainly put on an absolute display of Muay Thai brutality, skill and heart. Geez, what a fine example of how accurate and how dangerous elbows can be.
Here are these two warriors battling it out in the 5th and final round.
Really was a coming of age for Chris Nguyen. I've not seen him tested in his career up until this fight. This is his biggest test, and he certainly stood up to the pressure of a very experienced Thai of over 150 fights.
I'm hot cause I'm fly, you ain't cause you not. This is why I'm hot. I'm hot cause I'm fly, you ain't cause you not. This is why I'm hot.
I got my click to the rear of me. Punks living fear of me. Dudes on the block with them Glocks running scared of me. I keep my tool near to me, so don't just appear to me. Never touch my money, no, my money's dear to me. I'm in the club balling.
Melbourne, before we go to the judges' scorecards, please give both these men a big round of applause. What an unbelievable 5 rounds of absolute grit, heart and determination by both these fighters. After 5 rounds of full Muay Thai rules, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. Your 3 judges scored the contest 49-47, 49-46 and 49-46, declaring your winner via unanimous points decision. Blue corner, Q Eikkasit.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. No surprises. Eikkasit taking away the win against Chris Nguyen. This fight was brought to you by Melbourne Parkview Hotel, and what a battle it was. 2 absolute warriors going toe-to-toe.
The ties are up 1-0.